Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare So this is a very nice song by Narottam Das Thakur. This I'm going to read the purport of this song by Srila Prabhupada. He advised that Nitai Pada, the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Kamala means lotus and Pada means feet, are a shelter where one will get soothing moonlight not only of one but millions of moons. We can just imagine the aggregate total value of the soothing shine of millions of moons. In the material world, Jagat, which is progressing toward hell, there's always a blazing fire and everyone is struggling hard without finding peace. Therefore, if the world wants to have real peace, it should take shelter under the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, which are cooling like shining of million moons. Jurai means relief. If one actually wants relief from the struggle of existence and actually wants to extinguish the blazing fire of material pang, Narottam Das Thakur advises, please take shelter of Lord Nityananda. So you see how this song, Prabhupada is explaining the purport, how Nityananda Prabhu is so important in our spiritual life. Sometimes we may think that, we need to just get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's blessing and not to seek the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. But without the blessing of Nityananda Prabhu, it's very difficult to get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. I'm sure you know the story of Jagai and Madai. They were very sinful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to kill them, but because of Nityananda Prabhu, they were given shelter. Like that, there are many stories in the CC about how devotees who, for some reason, like Raghunath Das Goswami, he could not go and see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wanted to always go, and his father and mother will pick him back and bring him back. So this was going on for his life for many years, until he surrendered to Nityananda Prabhu. Then yes, he could some or other go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and never return. See, that's why we chant Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. And there also is the story of Miniketa Ramdas, Krishnadas Kaviraj brother, what is his name? Govardhan. He did not accept Nityananda Prabhu. He was thinking of only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And because of this offense, his brother Krishnadas Kaviraj writes that he fell down. So you see how on one hand you get the blessing, if you offend, then it's all finished. So spiritual life is not whimsical. You have to go according to the system, how to approach the Lord. Like here you can see we have Gornitai. Right? Why we have Gornitai? Because in Kali Yuga, if you want to go to God, it's not possible without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes. And if you want to go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have to go through Nityananda Prabhu. And they don't know. Most people don't know. They think they can just go buy on deity of Krishna or give us direct. But that's not the system. In Kali Yuga, it will not work. Cannot work. So this is why today the appearance day of Nityananda Prabhu, we are celebrating. Because he is the real shelter. His lotus feet is like what? Millions of moons, very cooling. And we are burning. Every day there's some kind of problem, is it not? No problem. Huh? Padam padam, vipadam, natesam. Vipadam means what? Danger. Every step there is some kind of. So being caught in this mess, the relief is only God. And how to go to God, this is the science. Right? See? So Juraite means relief. If you go to Nityananda Prabhu, yes, immediately you get relief. What will be the result of accepting the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda? He says, Heno Nitai Bine Bhai. Unless one takes shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Radha Krishna Paite Nai. It will be very difficult for him to approach Radha and Krishna. The aim of this Krishna conscious movement is to enable us to approach Radha and Krishna and associate with the Supreme Lord in his sublime pleasure dance. Narottam Das Thakur advises that if one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha and Krishna, he must accept the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda. We have the point. Everybody wants to go to Radha and Krishna. Yeah? Actually, they only think they only know Radha and Krishna. But it's not possible to know them. If you don't go through the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, it is difficult. You understand? Yeah? That's why you say, Heno Nitya Bine Bhai. Yeah? Radha Krishna Nahi Te. You cannot develop this love for Radha and Krishna. Yeah? Then he says, Se Sambandha Nahi. Sambandha means connection or contact. Anyone who has not contacted a relationship with Nityananda is understood as spoiled his human birth. In another song also Narottam Das says, Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goain. Anyone who does not approach Radha and Krishna through a relationship with Nityananda has uselessly spoiled his life. Okay? So what does that mean? That means you're going to go back to repeated birth and death. Because if you cannot accept a contact, a sambandha with Krishna, then what he says? Rishabdev says, one who has not developed love for Krishna, he has to take birth again. You know, we may think that, oh yeah, I'm praying to Krishna, I'm going back. There is no such thing. If you don't play according to the rules, then you're not going. Ya Shastra Vidim Yustrija. You neglect. You don't follow the discipline chain. You don't follow? You concoct. Evam parampara proktam acharya upasanam. This is what? System. You understand? It's not that he's standing there for fun. Nityananda was decoration, altar no enough, there's some put up there. You think so? Hello? We have a system and you don't follow the system set by the Acharya, then how you can go? Just because you put Krishna at home and cry, Krishna is going to pour over your feet or something. What? Krishna is so cheap. Yes. No, he's crying. No, okay, I'll go. Is it? Hello? So, Narottam Das Thakur says this. Prata means useless, Janma means life, Tar means his, and Sambandha means relationship. Anyone who does not make a relationship with Nityananda is simply spoiling the boom of human form of life. Why is he spoiling it? Se pasu boro durachar. Se means that. Pasu means animal. And durachar means misbehave. Or the most misbehave without elevation to Krishna consciousness to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Life is simply spoiled in the animal propensity of sense gratification. Narottam Das says that ordinary animals can be tamed. But when a human being is animalistic, having only animal propensity, he is most horrible, for he cannot be tamed. Ordinary cats and dogs, or even tiger can be tamed. But when a human being goes out of his way and neglects to take this human activity of Krishna consciousness, his higher intelligence will simply be misused for animal propensities and it is very difficult to tame him. The enactment of state laws cannot make a thief an honest man because his heart is polluted. He cannot be tamed. Every man sees that a person who commits criminal offense is punished by the government, and also in scriptural injunction, punishment is in hell is mentioned. But despite hearing from scripture and seeing the action of state law, the demonic cannot be tamed. Eh? You understand this? What does it mean demonic and cannot be tamed? I mean, it's going to take what? Hellish life. Huh? It's very nice to go down to hell. Yeah? Very nice. Huh? To think. It's not some fun because we are all going to die. What we're going to die and where we're going to go, that's the question mark. Yes, unless if you're not going to die, then it's all waste of time talk. But you know, it's not permanent. Body is going to go down. Yes, whose body is not going to die? Your body is not going to die? Huh? Who? Everybody. For one who has taken birth, death is, and one who has died, birth is also certain. A question mark, what kind of birth? So you can see here, if you want to escape this, then the only sensible thing to do is to take shelter of the Lord Nityananda and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How to take shelter of him? We chant. He chant his name. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta. That's all. Simple. Not that you have to go particularly do some kind of a strange tapasya or anything. No. Simply you have to chant his. That's it. So this is the problem because it's the Prabhupada explaining here. If a person is into sense gratification, then it's very hard for him to give up this thing because then he will be intoxicated, and in this intoxication he just goes on, doesn't care. What are they doing? Nitayana Bolilo Mukhe, since they do not know who is Nityananda is, they never say the names of Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya. Majulo Samsara Sukhe. Majulo means become absorbed. They become absorbed in so-called material enjoyment. They don't care for Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. And therefore they go deep down to material existence. Vidya kule ke koribe tar. If one has no connection, uh, if one has no connection with Nityananda and if he does not come to Krishna consciousness, his vidya or his so-called academic education and kula birth in a high family or great nation will not attack him. Regardless of whether one is born in a very big family or nation or has a very advanced academic education, at the time of death, nature's law will act. His work will be finished and he will get another body according to that law. So this is a fact. Doesn't mean because you are having some high birth or a lot of money or whatever. There's no protection for you when death comes. Death will not come to a rich man. Every man will get. No, but That doesn't care. So then everybody is what? Subject to. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also said, I come as sure as Mrityu Sarva Haram. So you see how you have to know these things. This is not simply, going to work. I've got what? IIT. What the best? Kharagpur is the highest, is it? What? Because I come from IIT Kharagpur, therefore Yamaraj will not come and see me. Is something like that? The Vidya Kule, even you are educated or even you got good family, no such thing. Understand? Huh? No, Prabhu, I got Singapore PR. That's it. Permanent resident. Where? All bogus nonsense. Why this human being acting in this way? Ahankara mata hoya nitai pada pasariya. They have become maddened by a false concept of bodily life. Especially when you get what? Money in your hand. Salary. Wow, Singapore salary. How much? So much. Lakhs. Huh? Lakhs, is it not? Correct? Oh, then I'm okay. Is it? It is explained by Narada Muni in the 10th canto. He said among all kind of intoxication, the worst intoxication is one who has got what? Money. Worse. Because when you got money, you don't care. You don't what? You don't care. Okay. That's why I say ahankara mata hoya. Become full of what? Ahankar means what? False ego. Puffed up. He doesn't care. Who cares? You understand? So the first thing, if you want to be a devotee, the first thing Krishna do, what he does? Take away all your money. Finish. That's why Krishna said, now many people come to me. Yeah, because how to go and get love when you get all this contamination? Yeah, very contaminated. Therefore, they have become maddened by a false concept of body life and thus they have forgotten their eternal relationship with Nityananda. Asatyere satya kori mani. Such forgetful person accepts the illusory energy as factual. Asatyere refers to that which is not a fact, or in other words, Maya. Maya means that which has no existence, but it is a temporary illusion only. Persons who have no contact with Nityananda accept his illusory body as factual. That's the fact. The whole world is going on this nonsense. Everybody is thinking how to what? To make our life permanent. Yeah. Especially like me, I'm getting old. Oh, retirement plan. What is the retirement plan? Huh? 8%, 10%. Wow. What is this 8% and 10%? What? Huh? Any moment you can what? Go. Any moment you can. That's why the best retirement plan. What is that verse? Huh? Ante Narayana. Janma Labha Parapumsham. Ante Narayana. This is the real retirement plan. What is the retirement plan? Ante Narayana Smriti. This is the only retirement plan. There's no other plan. Cannot be. And people who not take shelter of Nityananda, they cannot get this kind of plan. It's not possible. You understand? To get this, you need mercy. You follow? The mercy. Right? Narottam Das Thakur then says, Nityere Karuna Hoibe. Braja Radha Krishna Prabhu. They Nityere Karuna, mercy. If you actually want to approach the association Radha and Krishna, you must achieve the mercy of Lord Nityananda first. When he is merciful towards you, then you will be able to approach Radha and Krishna. Daro Nita Charana Dukhani. Narottam Das advised that one firmly catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Firmly catch. How to firmly catch? Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shri to chant the name of Nityananda Prabhu. Then again he says, Nitai Charana Satya, one should not misunderstand and think that he has caught the whole of Maya. Simply lotus feet of Nityananda may also be something like Maya or illusion. Therefore, Narottam Das confirmed, Nitai Charana Satya. Satya means what? Truth, facts. The lotus feet of Nityananda is not illusion, they are fact. Tahara Sevaka Nitya. One who engage in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda is also transcendental. If one engage in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda in Krishna consciousness, he immediately achieves his transcendental position on the spiritual platform, which is eternal and blissful. Therefore, he advises Nitai Pada Sada Koro Asa. Always try to catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Narottam Borok Duki, Narottam Das Thakur, the Acharya, is taking the position that is very unhappy. Actually, he is representing ourselves. He says, My dear Lord, I am very unhappy. Nitai Moro More Koro Sukhi. Therefore, I am praying to Lord Nityananda to make me happy. Rauko Ranga Charanere Pas. Please keep me in the corner of your lotus feet. So these are the methods how we can perfect our spiritual life. Spiritual life means to follow the principles laid down by our spiritual master. Without the mercy of the spiritual master, we cannot understand all these things. That is not possible. And if we don't get hold of Nityananda's lotus feet through the mercy of spiritual master, then again we have to come back. And that is not going to be good. Okay? So, very simple, Kali Yuga. You can see the story of Jagai and Madai. What they did not do, they were Brahmins actually, they were what? Brahmins. What they did not do, what sinful activity they did not do. Everything they did. Everything. You know. And Nityananda Prabhu, he was told to go and preach. He was told to, he and Haridas Thakur, both of them went. And when Nityananda saw commotion, so what's going on? Oh, these drunkards, they are creating a problem. Who are they? Jagai and Madai. So he went and he saw, oh, if we can deliver them, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will be known. See how he was thinking. So he went to the real, that's why Nityananda Prabhu is for the what? Most fallen. Patita Pavan, most fallen. And we are, I don't know about you, but definitely I am in that category, the most fallen of the fallen. You all are coming from India, high birth. Bharata Bhumi la Manusya Yash. I am coming from Mayapur here, very fallen country, fallen place. So Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is for. So he went into that circle and he asked them to chant. They got very upset with him. You know, he drove him away because he and Haridas had to run. Again they went, some time later, again they saw them. And this time, what's his name? Jagai. He got very upset. He took it, I think they drink in the matka, clay pot, alcohol. And he drunk. He took that and he threw at Nityananda. And he hit him and blood was coming out. So Haridas went and told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came immediately with his Sudarshan Chakra to cut the head out. But Nityananda Prabhu stopped him. Say, you came to deliver all this kind of fallen souls. If you kill them, then how? And all right, if they are willing to repent, Of course, at that time, seeing that they're going to be killed, Jaga and Mandai became very what? Very fearful. Because death means you can do what you like. When death comes, you will become a mouse. You know, you can be a big champion. When you told you're gonna die, then your heart will break. You know, understand? So immediately they fell down, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if they are going to repent and not do this again, then yes, I will, you know, save them. So similarly, we have to understand our position. We are coming from many difficult background. What we have done, especially all the souls who are going to take birth or taking birth in Kali Yuga, very sinful souls. Otherwise, why we are here? We should have born in what Satya Yuga or something, right? So we are all downtrodden. So, but nonetheless, this is our hope. This is our. We take shelter of Nityananda Ram, chant his name, pray for his mercy, and surely Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will. That is the classic example of Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami, he was trying very hard to go. Every time he will run away. But his father will catch him and bring him back. So many times he tried. You understand? Until Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to his house, he said, don't behave like a madman. You patiently wait. You know? Then he stopped doing this running around. He waits for Krishna to make that. And what Krishna did? Nityananda Prabhu, he went to his village and he went and he paid obeisance to him. And Nityananda Prabhu caught him and said, look, you're coming to pay obeisance, you must pay a fine. What is that? I want you to feed all my men. So what do you want? That was the Panihati festival where they made yogurt and cheap rice. And so he said, yes, I will do. So he bought all the yogurt and cheap rice and flat rice and all that. And he was feeding everybody. Even the very shopkeepers also he was feeding them. Because Raghunath Das Goswami, a very rich man's son, Zamindar's son, what's the problem of money? So like that, he was feeding everybody and Nityananda Prabhu and by Nityananda Prabhu's power, he brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to that side. That only Raghunath and a few could see. Not everybody could see. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also eating this rice and yogurt and all. And after that, they had a kirtan like this. And then Raghunath Das Goswami was very happy. He served. And then, of course, he went and bowed down and Nityananda Prabhu put his feet on his head, and by getting the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, then Raghunath Das Goswami, he managed to run away from his house to Jagannath Puri, and this time his father could not catch him. And he went and he joined. That's why we chant one day Rupa Sanatana Raghu Yugo. Raghu Yugo means two Raghus, Raghunath Das and Raghunath Bhatt. You understand? And among them, Raghunath Das is very renowned. He is extremely renowned. His renunciation is no comparison. Every day, every 2 days, he was eating only a little buttermilk. I don't know you want to do that today. Every 2 days, is it? If you've been to Vrindavan, have you gone to Radhakund? Who have been to Vrindavan? Radhakund, you know where's Radhakund? Did you go to Radhakund? You can walk up there, you can see the Raghunath Das Goswami. Some Bhajan Kuti is there, no? You've been? There he's down there he's chanting. So this is a very sacred spot. Like that, you can see the pastime. And then there's also a story about Ramachandra Khan, who was also a zamindar collecting money, but he was cheating the government. So the Muslim king, his son is, what's his name? some official came to his place. Before that, Nityananda Prabhu came to his house. And of course, in those days, they all will stay in the mandap outside, Every rich man will have a mandap. I don't know now they do. Now all condos. Uh, right? No more this mandap all finished. So the Zamindar, Nityananda Prabhu came with his team and he was staying there. And this Ramachandra Khan was not happy. He sent his man and asked him to go away. Go to some cow shed where it's more comfortable for him, he said. So when Nityananda Prabhu heard that, he was very upset. And he said, this place is not meant for us, it is meant for cow-eating mlachas. And he left. And then this Ramachandra Khan, he went and he asked his servant to clean the place with cow dung and cow urine, where Nityananda Prabhu said. Can you imagine that? How offensive. Very offensive. So then, after a short while, this Muslim, official came and he stayed in that same place. And in that very place, he killed a cow and he had the cow there. And after that, he drove this Ramachandra Khan out of the village. The whole village was finished because of this one man offending. So you see, on one hand, you get blessing by going to him. But on the other hand, if you mess around, then what happens? Spiritually, we are ruined. Spiritually, we are ruined. Understand? So we must try to understand how spiritual life works. Spiritual life is not a whimsical program that you, whatever your heart feels and that's it. It's not something like that. It is get to this sentiment. That is, of course, sentiments are there. I don't deny that. It's in a higher platform. But in the lower stage, we need to follow rules and regulations. And before we follow, we also need to get what? Understanding, knowledge. We need to what? No. Then our faith will what? Increase. Without knowledge, how the faith will increase? Simply increases it. No. That's why we have to hear. We have to what? Hear. Either you read or you hear or you associate. That way, your faith will become strong. And when you do it according to the desires of the Acharya, then you become successful spiritually. Adao Shraddha. And then what? Sadhu Sangha. And then Bhajana Kriya. It goes step by step by step. Someone was writing me, Prabhu, how can I get into dancing with Krishna? How to get? Immediately you want to dance with Krishna. Right? That's not possible. It's not. You have to follow. Follow what? Because most of them are new. Everyone started chanting and immediately they're dreaming of dancing with Krishna in Rasalila. Hello? Where's the process? You have to develop faith. And faith you have to develop. How to develop? To hear, to associate. Then you know. Then you come, you pray, bowing down. You understand why we bow down here. First we bow down here, and then we bow down here, right? Why we bow down here? Because Gonita. Yes. So today is a very auspicious day. Extremely auspicious, not Nityananda appearance. So I would definitely ask you, if you can, to chant. Before you chant Hare Krishna, you chant Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivaya Shri. Then your chanting will become very successful by the mercy of Nityananda Ram. So please take advantage. Thank you very much. Jai Nityananda Prabhu ki. Gaur Premanandi.